Welcome back, students. This is our fourth class. So be always able to recognize when there's a tension in your right foot or your left one. Be aware of your breath. You can either keep your eyes open or closed. This is the first passage we always use to take a picture of ourselves, so that we can observe the differences that occur over the practice. This action is good for us to observe our feet and try to feel more space between your toes. Your knees are slightly bent, are soft. As you inhale, you will extend your arms and twist to the right. Twist your head and release your shoulders and your elbows. Inhale again, extend your arms and twist to the other side. On each breath, I will try to complete the exhalation in order to give more space to the other inhalation. So as you inhale, you will bring your left arm, your left hand on your right shoulder, and your right arm around your waist, and do the opposite when you twist left. Be always aware of each small movement and try not to twist too much, otherwise you will end up blocking and producing tension in your knees. Keep your gaze on the horizontal plane and work on the fluidity of your movement. Keep doing. Remember that in this exercise, it is very important for you to use your abdomen and your pelvic floor. There's more spine mobility when you work properly. There's more space for your breath. So keep doing and try to feel the space around you. Maybe sometimes you could work a little bit more on this exercise, or some of them included into this sequence. So you should stop the video in order to keep practicing your preferred exercise. and feel the grounding. Or at least 2 more times. And then as you finish, release your arms and observe. This is a neutral phase now. So observe the changes. The second exercise, place your arms, your elbows at a 90 degrees angle. Your elbows are well relaxed, which means that your shoulders are well relaxed. Your clavicles, your collarbones, and your shoulder blades are well relaxed. Your fingers are not tense, but you are just slightly extending them. Keep them long but not rigid. On your inhalation, open your arms without moving your elbows away from your rib cage, and keep your wrists aligned. Use your abdomen, because when you inhale, that will allow you to expand the breath into the whole trunk. Work at a perfect speed for you, for your breath. Don't ever hurry, and find the right measure. And if you keep your knees slightly bent or soft, you can experience the movement of the breath along the spine, which is very beneficial. Be always aware of the quality of your moves. And if you feel that some stiffness is coming up somewhere into your body, try to get rid of it. Inhale as you open the space between your hands, your palms, and exhale as you bring them back without crossing your forearms. So just point forward. If you push too much as you inhale, you will experience too much tension into your back. Not only the lower back, but the center and the upper back. Maybe you can experience more space between your shoulder blades as you inhale, which is a very interesting thing. And maybe you can experience some movement into your neck. Try to feel that it depends on your breath. Your breath is moving your body. Try not to use your glutes to assist the movement of the pelvis. It's your breath. Relax your face and your jaw. At the end of the next exhalation, release your arms. You can also place the hands on your thighs and release the whole spine if you feel any tension arising. Or you can come up and observe. Be always aware. How is this exercise working on the whole system? And how's your mind working now? There's another exercise now, the half moon side on the sides. It's important to use the movement of your pelvis. As you grab your right wrist, bend to the left as you move your pelvis to the right. Change sides and keep your abdomen gently active. There's a counterbalancing effect between the movement of your pelvis and the other parts of your body. Try not to move back, fall forward, or rotate. Stay on the front. You can also imagine that you are aligned with a wall. You can also try to use it just to understand how you move. The most important thing is always your breath, remember. Give it space. It's an elastic movement. When you pull, you expand the elastic band and then it recoils. And it doesn't require any effort. You can keep doing this movement, or you can relax your arms anytime is necessary. So try to experience that everything is easy. At the end of your practice, release your arms by your sides and observe. So always be aware. How do you feel your breath now, and how do you feel your feet now? Because many things change as you move on either sides. Now keep your lower belly active. As you inhale, extend your arms up, and everything is growing taller towards the ceiling. And arch your legs. As you can see, there's a movement from the ankles. This will allow your lower back to move easily, without any strain, without any effort, and without any potential injury. Try not to push your chin towards the throat, because you will block your breath. If you touch on the back as you inhale and extend the spine, you will feel that everything is soft. If you feel tension, maybe you are protecting yourselves. So you just have to do it again and change your breathing pattern and your movement pattern. And keep your feet well grounded. You can also release your arms anytime. After 10 times of practice, you can keep doing the same movement, feeling that the spine is long with a distance between your vertebrae. Or you can hold the position. So try to feel the right arch for you. Your weight is shifting slightly towards your toes, but your heels are always on the ground. If I push my shins and my knees and my thighs and my pubic bone forward, it will be easier for me to arch the spine. And everything is perfect to assist my breath. My breath will never be blocked. And then, on your next inhalation, come back to the center and release your arms. And find your neutral position to observe the effects. Observe the action of this exercise on your spine. I keep reminding you this because it oftentimes happens that you forget because you put too much work on your muscles. The next exercise will allow us to work on the balance. Remember, it's better for your feet to be on a hard surface in order to give you more balance. we will work dynamically before. As you inhale, extend your arms, and I move my weight on the right foot. As you exhale, move your left foot back and your spine forward. Inhale, come up again. Your left foot comes back and release your arms, exhale. On the other foot, inhale, expand the arms. Your right foot moves back as you exhale. You also can slightly soften your supporting knee. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release your arms. And keep doing the same movement on the right and the left foot. And this way you can manage your balance, so that you can also find the right extension for this position. Keep your supporting foot well grounded and well expanded without losing the presence of your inner arch. Your gaze is also lowering a little bit. In this case, you will not accumulate tension in your neck. Then we can hold the position on the right foot. At the beginning, I suggest you to find the right position, the best position you can hold for as long as you can, without any effort. You can also use a wall to assist you when you feel there's a lack of balance. But you cannot keep your fingers on the wall the whole time. Try not to collapse into your right hip. So keep feeling the hips square. Then use your inhalation to bring yourselves up and release your position. Find a neutral position and absorb. What happens in your mind, especially when you work on the balance? Ground yourselves on your left foot. And remember, your inner arch is always lifted off the ground. But keep the ball of your foot, your left foot, well grounded. You can also extend your arms back or forward if you want to challenge yourselves. But everything should be always easy It's a very interesting action happening now into the whole system. With a very long inhalation, come up. And now let's change position. Come to your quadruped position. As you exhale, extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. On your next inhalation, come back to the center and change sides. Exhale. Avoid any collapsing of your head. I often see people with the head heavy towards the mat. So feel that your neck is long and keep your ears aligned with the shoulders. Keep moving on the two sides. Try not to push your shoulders towards your ears. Place your fists on the mat if you feel any discomforts into your wrists. After a few movements, you can hold the position with the right arm and the left leg extended. And keep your left elbow unblocked. Left hand and right knee are very strong now to give you support. So feel this diagonal and feel your breath and feel your abdominal activation. Five to 8 long breaths, and then release your position, find your neutral position. And now let's change sides. Left arm forward and right leg back. Observe the position your rib cage is assuming now. Try not to release your ribs towards the mat, which means that you overarch the whole spine. So try to gently pull your ribs towards the center to neutralize this axis over this overarching of your spine. You can keep working on your dynamic phase if you prefer. And then release the pose and find rest. You can also sit on your heels with your forehead on your hands or the mat. Maybe you can experience a gentle movement in your sacrum in this position, especially if you hold a slight activation into your lower belly. Slowly come back to cat pose. Now all the things that we have done until now will be useful for the next exercises. Now we will work on downward facing dog or Parvatasana dynamically. Keep the space between shoulders and ears so that you can keep your neck at ease. And if you work on the dynamic phase, you will build a better speed for your movement, which means alignment between the movement of your body and the movement of your breath, which means that you are working with awareness. So spread your fingers and keep them active, and roll your toes forward towards the knees. As you inhale, use your abdomen and extend the spine and look forward. As you exhale, use your pelvic floor and push your pelvis back and up. Release your neck. As you inhale, lift your heels and slowly bring your knees down. Inhale, keep inhaling and expand, and exhale. You can keep your knees slightly bent as always, and you don't have to push your heels on the mat. You just have to keep them released. This is a very important movement for your ankles. It's important to give our joints the right movement so that we can keep them younger. So remember, your hands, your legs, your abdomen, your perineum, and your breath. Try to imagine that you are stretching your mat forward as you lift your knees off the mat. At the end, you can keep doing the movement, or you can hold the position. But keep your hands and feet well anchored. From the position, you can try to move your right hand towards the left foot, which means that your spine is twisting to the left. You can touch anywhere you want with your right hand, but try not to shift the weight on your left foot. You can also twist your head. After a few breaths, you can come back with your right hand, find your balance, and then feel your left hand lighter and move it and slide it towards your right foot and twist. Twist towards the right. It's like moving your left lung towards your right knee. and enjoy the space between shoulders and ears. At the end of the movement, bring your left arm forward, and as you lift your heels off the mat, inhale and then release the pose and find your neutral position. Your breath is becoming wider and wider. And you can imagine the whole system as a big and immense laboratory. Your mind is calm now. And the more we practice, the more we move towards the center of ourselves. The previous position becomes the dolphin. And if you experience wrist pain when you practice Parvatasana, the previous position, you can work on this position. So jump the video when we practice Parvatasana, or practice Parvatasana as a dolphin pose. So you just have to draw a triangle with your elbows aligned with the shoulders. So underneath your shoulders. And keep the space between shoulders and ears always free from tension. As you exhale, push your elbows forward and push your pelvis up and back. As you inhale, lift your heels and bring the knees down. 3 or 4 times. Then you can hold the position. Feel the freedom in your shoulders as you practice. Maybe you can experience a stronger effort now. So find your right position. As you hold your position, if you want to, feel your breath and imagine all your abdominal organs pushing, compressing your diaphragm, which is working a lot now. It's like an exercise for your diaphragm. It's very interesting from this point of view. Feel the length in your tissues. Feel that your heels are moving up, and place your knees on the mat in your neutral position. And receive all the benefits of the practice. Let's move up and take a step forward with your right foot. Protect your left knee if you need to. The hands on your right knee. The movement is very easy. Keep your hips square. Exhale and move forward. Keep your right heel on the mat and inhale as you come back. Keep doing, and after that, hold the position without putting any strain on your upper body. You can lengthen your left leg so that you can lift your knee off the mat. Try to manage your breath now. Maybe you feel that it's good for you to extend your arms up. But you can also keep your left knee on the mat if you want. On the next exhalation, bring your knee on the mat and then slowly come back and release the pose and receive. In this case, you will experience a different heart rate, which is normal, because your oxygen needs are growing. There's also, as you change sides, remember there's always a slight pelvic tilt. Use your lower belly to do that. As you exhale, shift your weight forward, and as you inhale, come back. You are not pushing forward. Then hold the position and choose either to keep your knee on the mat or lift your right knee off the mat. And with your hands on your right knee or your arms extended, find your position. Your right knee is always in line with the toes, remember. All the 5 toes of your left foot are on the mat. So try to keep your left heel towards the ceiling and slowly release the pose. Receive. The benefits become deeper and deeper as you move into your practice. But this is happening because you're aware of the things you're doing. So feel the pleasure in every cell. Each cell is receiving and after we work our muscles, we experience a relaxing phase. Enjoy it. Now we shall work on a twist pose. You can also sit on your support. You can keep your right leg extended if you have knee problems, or you can bend it and place the right foot by your left buttock. Your left foot forward, or you can cross the right leg. If you extend the right leg, it's the same. You just have to cross your left leg on your right. So keep sitting on both sitting bones, and your interlaced fingers are just slightly active to allow your breath to move easily. If you feel elevation along your spine and expansion in your rib cage, that's good, that's perfect. But if you pull too much, you will block your back and you will prevent it from receiving the benefits of a very wide inhalation and exhalation. So use this slight pull on your left knee to assist your breath. Then use your right hand to grab your left knee and twist to the left. You can also use your elbow, and your left arm can be placed on your lumbar spine, or you can plant the left hand on the mat to assist your spine. Try to find a natural position so you don't have to force your body and your mind and your breath to reach a position that's too heavy, too strong. In this case, you don't need too much strength. If you try to twist with too much strength, you will compress your discs. So try not to do this. So there's a slight compression, but it should be very slight on your discs, so that when you decompress your spine on each inhalation, you will give them more life. It's like breathing into your discs. And then come back to the center. And as you shift your weight back, release the pose. Extend your arms. And observe. the effects of what we have done until now are spreading all over the system. At the beginning, we had many difficulties in moving the breath. Now we can do it anywhere we want. We can move the breath anywhere we want into the trunk. Now let's change sides. So you will extend the left knee forward or bend it, bringing your left foot by your right hip. It's not underneath your sitting bone, but it's by it, and cross your right leg to the left. Interlace your fingers on your right knee, and again find the right pull to assist your breath. And release your jaw, remember, because your neck will be more able to move easily. Let's begin to twist to the right. Remember that the twist happens in the same direction of the lifted leg, on the lifted knee. Twist your eyes too. So look right. Right arm around the waist, or right hand pressing gently on the mat, close to your pelvis. Observe your breath and how can you manage the whole system. A very long exhalation now, and with your lower belly active, come back to the center as you inhale, and as you exhale, shift your weight back and extend the legs. And then cross. Let's receive the benefits of the practice. How am I feeling now? Is there any shadowed area, or everything is illuminated by a light, which is the light of my consciousness? My awareness is everywhere. And bring all the benefits with yourselves. From here you can also lie down in Shavasana on your backs, and you can use a blanket if you want to. You can stay for up to 5 or 10 minutes and observe all the benefits. Thank you very much. Bye bye, see you the next video.